What's up, guys? So I'm back for another video. The Penguin episode 8 premiered at 2 AM this morning. I saw it at about I want to say 10. So I'm kind of still fresh to it, so I might be a tiny bit biased, but I'll try my hardest just to have simple, plain views on the episode and the show overall. So this will be a spoiler review. I shall post a spoiler-free review after this, so if you haven't seen the show, go watch it. If you don't want to watch the show, continue watching this. So without further ado, let's talk about it. So, oh my days, so much stuff happened in this show, especially episode 8. Episode 8 is my favourite episode in the show. And bear in mind, before I thought episode 5... was it? Yeah, episode 5 with Sophia Falcone and her story in Arkham was the best. But no, this is by far the best episode of the show. So, I'm not going to give it a play-by-play like with Outer Banks, because if I forget stuff, I don't want to... I don't want to miss out on anything. So I just want to basically give you the overall plot in spoiler talk. So let's do it. So the show is basically about Oswald Cobblepot, or in this Matt Reeves universe, Oz Cobb, obviously the Penguin, trying to rise to power after the death of Carmine Falcone. Now, in doing that, he talks with Carmine's son. So he talks with Carmine's son, Alberto Falcone. Now, Alberto, when he kind of has some of these like eye drops and drinks a little, he basically spills the beans on his big plan that's gonna completely reboot the whole drug industry, with from eye drops to now a brand new type of mushroom that will get you the highest of high you can ever get, called bliss. Now, he makes fun of Oz, and Oz just goes pew pew pew. He fucking takes him out, right? And has to hide the body. And when he hides the body, he needs the help of Vic, or Victor. Hey Vic! Sorry, I can't help myself. I love the show. And so when Vic and some of his friends are shooting up Oz's car and like trying to take off wheels and stuff to kind of get money from it, Oz picks Vic up and needs help hiding the body. So he does, and sticks through with him throughout the whole show. Now, Sophia Falcone is now out of Arkham. Sophia is known as the Hangman, even though she never did anything wrong. Carmine, her dad, killed a bunch of women, including Sophia's mom, by hanging them and choking them out. Now, obviously that's incredibly dark, and I was surprised that they went down that route, but it's also a very gripping storyline. And so Sophia gets wrongfully accused and sent into Arkham by Carmine's main men, when she never killed anyone, and she ends up killing someone in Arkham and says, you know, I told you I was innocent. She ends up getting out, and when she gets out, she needs the help of Oz. Now, Oz betrays her trust by also working with the Maronis. Well, was it Maronis? Yeah, the Maronis, yeah. Don't know what's going on. And so, the Maronis and the Falcones end up working together. Sophia changes the Falcones to the Gigantes, and so it's the Gigantes and Maronis going against Oz to take him down and get the bliss for themselves. It's basically just this big kind of gang war of manipulation. And so it gets to episode 7. I'll talk more about Victor and individual stuff in a second, but it gets to episode 7 and shit is going down. Oz has his own hideout. Victor kills someone. Fucking shoots it. Oh my days, it was glorious. It's what we needed for Victor's character arc. He was so badass. So So yeah, Victor kills someone and goes back to the lair with. Well, he's out at the minute, and Oz is in the lair in the like with all the bliss and with his men, and basically, Salvatore Moroni goes down, and they kind of have a little bit of a fight, like literally like a 2 to 3 second fight. It's literally just like those two just pushing each other up against walls, and then Oz throws him down to the ground, and then Salvatore has a big heart attack, and Oz does the whole kind of death scream from Arkham. See, I got you! I got you! Is that it? Huh? I win! Huh? Hey! I win! I got you! I got you! Ha ha! So yeah, he does that whole death scene, and sorry, I just had to act that out. That was cringy. And so Sophia basically has now got a bomb inside of the lair, and she blows it up with Oz inside and all the men, which creates this big explosion. Now, I thought episode 8 would not work without Batman, because now there's a city block explosion and Batman is still nowhere to be seen, but they do it really, really well. They fix it all. So we're now on episode 8. Oz is now being kidnapped by Sophia Falcone. Oz's mom is also there, still kidnapped, and oh my days, so much shit goes down. So let me bring you back to the start, where we first found out about Oz and his backstory. So as a kid, by the way, Oz just gets more sick and twisted as the story goes along, and episodes 7 and 8 really showed that. So, Oz, as a kid, had 2 brothers. I can't remember their names for dear life of me, so do not quiz me on that. And he basically, because he's a big mama's boy and he's got this weird relationship with his mom and is basically obsessed with her, Oz and the 2 kids go out. They start playing hide and seek in the sewers, and they hide down an area that Oz can't get to because of his leg. So he traps them in that area with the door slammed shut when water starts pouring down, and basically they drown. And Oz goes back home and lies to his mom, saying that he wasn't with them and that they went to go watch a movie without him. So a couple days later, his mom knows that Oz was with them, because Oz had this thing in his coat that I believe is from one of the boys, one of his brothers, and she basically has a conversation with Rex, who is like a decently important character. I wouldn't say very important. And what happens is he basically suggests, what if Rex gets rid of Oz, and his mom, Oz's mom says, yeah, let's do it. And so basically she basically brings him out, Oz out to the Iceberg Lounge to have a big dance, where Oz is like, Ma, one day I'm gonna give you everything you want. I'm gonna give you an apartment in a penthouse, top floor, with every view you could ever want. And so his mom doesn't go through with it. So that's the backstory. Now let's bring it back to episode 8. So now that we're back in episode 8, Oz now needs to tell the truth about what happened to his brothers, and he won't, which means Sophia gets her weird, obsessive, boyfriendy doctor to basically cut off Oz's mom's finger. Now, Sophia said he would only do that if Oz didn't tell the truth, and he didn't tell the truth, and he was like, I don't know what you're talking about! I don't know what you're talking about! And so Oz's mom is just like, Oz, I know what you did. Just tell the truth. And Oz just doesn't want to accept it, and so she gets out of her chair, says to Oz that she's always hated him, and that she never loved him, and that she wished that the night at the Iceberg Lounge that Oz was killed. And then she saw her two sons, Oz's brothers, and she basically collapses. So Oz brings her on his shoulder in a really cool action set piece where he's just shooting Sophia Falcone's guards and shit, and yeah, it's really cool set piece. So he brings her to the hospital. Sophia's still alive, and Vic is now at the hospital with Oz. Bear in mind as well, Oz has a stab wound now from his mom because she stabbed him when she was saying that she hates him. And so she's in the hospital. Oz and Victor need to get this over with now. They need to finish Sophia once and for all. I'm gonna miss out the whole City Hall bit. Go watch the episode if you want to find out, or go on YouTube or anything like that and find out what happens at City Hall. There's no like action in that bit or anything, but it's basically a bit that you can skip out, apart from a cameo from. There's an actress in The Batman who talks to Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne, and she's like, I've noticed that you don't help out the city and you could be doing so much more. She's in City Hall, which we get a nice little cameo from her. And so Oz and Vic now basically have to go along with, because Sophia's put on a bounty on Oz's head, saying that whoever gets Oz can be the leader of the Gigantes. So this leads into a actually quite small scene. It's literally just they're at an airport because Sophia is about to leave Gotham, and Sophia finds out that she's been betrayed, and Oz's henchmen basically shoot the other henchmen, and Oz goes, "Let's take a ride." So they do, and they go to this place, and he points the gun at Sophia, and well, it's pretty simple actually. It's literally just, she looks out, and then next thing you know, the police are coming, and Oz is gone with the gun because he's called the police on her to get her arrested. So she's now back in Arkham Asylum. Now this is where the most gut-wrenching ending ever happens. Vic and Oz are now back at the hospital. Oz's mom has basically, Oz says, "So what, she's now just a vegetable?" Because basically she had a massive stroke and now she can't speak, she can't turn her head, she can't really look anywhere, so she's literally just like basically a corpse but alive. And Oz decides to keep her alive. How sick and twisted is that, after he promised her that he would kill her if she ever went this far down? It's like, it's actual torture, it's disturbing. But basically this leads Oz to crash out. Vic comforts him, you know, like rubs his shoulder to say, there, I'm here to support you. And then they have a heart-to-heart outside. Vic is now given a bit of alcohol by Oz, and Vic basically says to Oz, he goes, "You know, I think we're family." And Oz is like, "You know, Vic, you know I can't take you. You know I can't take you with me." And Vic's like, "Why not?" And he goes, "You know," and starts strangling him and goes, "Family is the biggest weakness, so I can't have you come." And like, he full on kills Vic. I was fucking freaking out. I was like, oh my days, they've just killed Vic, what am I gonna do? And then I also started going, "You fucking prick, I fucking hate you, Oz." And so anyway, and so Vic is now dead, and Oz is now back in his old apartment. A brand new like penthouse, top floor. He's gotten everything he wants. He's in his classic iconic outfit, top hat, the coat and everything. The only thing he didn't have was the monocle. That would have been cool, but I think they're saving that for the Batman Part 2. And so he's back in his apartment. We find out that his mom has been taken with him to the penthouse, and it basically ends with Oz being like dancing with his like girlfriend, dressing her up like she's his mom, and they dance to the same song that Oz and his mom love, and he's like, "Tell me you're proud of me. Tell me you're proud of me, Ma. Tell me you're proud of me." And it ends with it peering out of the penthouse, and over in the bro, this got me so hyped. Out in the distance, the Batman signal, the bat signal, pops out. Oh my days! What an ending! What an ending! It's a perfect show. There is nothing wrong with that show. It's like Sopranos meets Batman. It's so cool. Oh, and the last thing I need to talk about is Victor. So let's get to it. So Victor's origin we got in episode 6, I want to say. It could be episode 5. It's either episode 5 or episode 6. I think it might be episode 4, sorry. Episode 4 or episode 6, but I think it's 4. Now, so he had a girlfriend, and they were basically on a rooftop one night, and this is literally like 10 minutes before the Batman won and the Riddler flood in the city, and he's basically having a conversation with his girlfriend and his old mates, and bam, explosions all around the city, right? Like everywhere, fucking everywhere, right? And oh my days, this was crazy. And the flood starts like coming in. The whole thing is muted, so like, so you can just see him going on his phone trying to ring his mom, and he just goes "Ma!" really loud, but like you can't hear it because it's all muted, as the flood goes and crashes straight into his apartment, where his mom, dad, sister and him lived. And oh my days, so tragic, because it shows that Batman can't help everyone and that all actions have consequences, and I love that. So that's basically Victor's origin. That's everything I think I can say. I don't think there's anything else that's really big and important, but overall it's an incredible show. A lot of talking, more talking than there is action, but that talking, it feels more like action because it goes so fast, and it's all manipulation and trying to cross paths, and it's all to set up this big gang war that ends up resolving by the end of the season. And I'm so happy with the character arc to truly show that the Penguin is a villain and that he's not an anti-hero or anything. Marvel should be taking notes. Marvel should be taking heavy notes that not all characters always have to go from evil to good. There can just be evil. And so yeah, that's everything I have to say. So I really hope you enjoyed the video. I think it's a tiny bit shorter than a decent amount shorter than the last video. I know I rambled on, and I know I spoke very quickly. I was just so excited. I'll do a spoiler-free review soon as well. So yeah. So without further ado, have a great day and go get the Penguin to watch. It's so worth it. I give it a 9.7 out of 10. So thank you very much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.